Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel and this is Stitched Up. How are we all doing? And does anybody remember who I am? Yeah, I am so sorry about the extended break that I've had. I've not been on YouTube now for about a month, just over a month. Went on holiday at the end of August. For those of you that have been following me a while will recall, and I did originally plan to film a vlog or two to upload while I was away, and unfortunately time got the better of me. I just ran out of time. I'm really sorry, what can I say? And then since then a lot's happened. I did actually film this vlog yesterday, and I think I'd messed about with my camera settings while we were on holiday in August, and unfortunately the footage was so grainy and so poor I could not edit it at all. So I've decided to refilm today. So anyway, you'll be pleased to hear that I'm looking a bit better than I did yesterday as well, because I was feeling a little bit rough yesterday, which I will come to in a second. But yes, had a great holiday. The weather wasn't fantastic, let me just put that out there right now. It was a bit rubbish most of the days, but we had rain a couple of times. We didn't rain sort of constantly all day, so we did manage to still get out and about. It was lovely having a week with my granddaughter and obviously my daughter and her partner. Here comes Piper, you know. And yeah, we had a really good time. So yeah, it was lovely, really nice break. And then since then I have had quite a big operation. I had some surgery a couple of weeks ago. I'm absolutely fine. It's nothing serious, so please don't worry about anything like that. But you will have seen, if you follow me on Instagram, that I did put up on my stories a couple of days ago, mainly because lots of you were messaging me and sending me some really lovely messages asking me if I was okay and that you'd not heard or seen from me a while. No, heard from me or seen me for a while, and you were a little bit concerned, and I am so grateful for you reaching out. Thank you. But honestly, I'm absolutely fine. But yes, the week after I came back from Cornwall, I had to have an operation, and it has floored me, I'll be honest. So my recovery from that has been, let's just say, a little bit harder than I anticipated. I am 2 weeks post-op now and I'm doing quite well. I look quite well today. I've put makeup on, I've done my hair, and I'm feeling a little bit more human, shall we say. But I'm recovering fine, off work at the minute, not sure yet when I will go back. But yeah, it's been a little bit traumatic, shall we say. Anyway, I'm doing okay, and I thought I would come back today to catch up with you all and see how everybody is. I hope you're all really, really well and have had some sewing time over the last few weeks. We are definitely reaching autumn in the UK right now. The weather has turned, shall we say, although we are still having some nice sunny days. And it's it's been we did have a bit of a mini heat wave earlier on in September, for those of you that aren't in the UK, because those of you that are will remember it. And unfortunately it was the week after we got back from Cornwall when the heat wave hit. We could have done with that weather while we were down there, but it wasn't to be. And then yes, since then it's been a bit hit and miss, and we're definitely getting into autumn now. And I'm thinking about what I want to sew. I haven't sewn anything since before I went on holiday. I was doing a pattern test, which obviously I can't tell you about at the minute, but yeah, did a pattern test which took up an entire day of my time, and apart from that I haven't sewn anything since, until yesterday. Last week I came out of hospital on the Monday, and all last week I kept thinking all week I just want to sew, but I just didn't have the energy. And then finally yesterday morning I had the energy to start sewing some things. So since my surgery it's been a bit awkward trying to fit into clothes. I've had some swelling and some tenderness, etc. So yeah, fitting into my usual clothes has been difficult, although I've got my jeans on today, which is amazing. It's an amazing feeling, trust me. And yeah, so yesterday morning I did make a pair of cord Safiya trousers by Tilly and the Buttons. I had a thought about that at the weekend while I was in Glasgow with my gorgeous Northern Soul sisters, Ruan and Tamlin, which I'll come to shortly, and thought, you know, they would be great for wearing when I just want to, you know, go out for a little walk or go out for a meal or something at the minute, because I'm not that mobile. Well, I am mobile, but not as mobile as I normally would be. And I thought it would be nice to have something that's just going to be a little bit more easy to wear and a little bit more stylish than joggers. I'm sick of wearing joggers, let me just say that. But anyway, I did make some Safiya trousers yesterday. No, was it the day before? Actually, it might have been the day before, but unfortunately they're in the wash, so I can't show you them. But I made them in needle cord and they've worked out really well, so they're lovely. But I will probably show you maybe at the end of the month or something, because as I say, they're in the wash because I've lived in them for the last couple of days. And I have just actually printed out the Sabina skirt by Rumana, who is the little pomegranate. Fancy making that as well, just for something a bit different to wear. Piper's back. But anyway, we'll come to sewing and plans another time. I thought for today I would talk to you about bits and pieces that I have been up to over the last month in between holidays and hospitals, shall we say. So the week I came back from Cornwall, we'll go back to before I went to Cornwall, because the lovely Judy, who is running So and So, you might know, went to Oregon to stay with Lorianne back in August, and she very kindly brought me some goodies back, which was just gorgeous of her. Some of them I paid for. We did a bit of a virtual shop over FaceTime, which was just amazing. And yeah, she went to a store called Mile End, I think it is, and got some athletic wear fabrics for me, so I'll show you those in a second. But she also brought back a gorgeous little gift in this beautiful bag from Hobby Lobby. Isn't that just beautiful, that patchwork effect? So she saw a few little bits and pieces that she wanted to get me, so I thought I would show you these first. So first things first, she brought me a sewing themed emery board, nail file, whatever you want to call it. And also she got me this gorgeous door plaque for my sewing room. I'm sorry if there's lots of light shining on that. I'm trying to get it so that you can see it. That's probably okay. Obviously it says what happens in the sewing room stays in the sewing room. I think that's really good, really very apt for me, Judy. Yeah, it's got a glossy finish, which is why it's difficult to see, but hopefully you can read that. So that's really good. That's probably going to go up on my board here behind me. And then she also got me a little key ring, which is a little sewing machine. But this actually looked really familiar, because I don't know if she realised, but she got me one last year as well, so I have two now, identical. Thanks for that, Judy. I'll put those up there on my board for now. And then the final thing she got me was this panel, which was just incredible. And she said as soon as she saw this, she knew that she had to get it for me. And when I get around to redecorating this space at some point, I will probably get this put up on the wall. But here we go. So it says, "Life is short" by the Fabric. If ever there was somebody who that was designed for, it would be me, wouldn't it? But talking about fabric, I have been doing a destash. I think one of the last vlogs that I put up was where I was starting to work through some of these cubby holes, and you all loved that actually, so I am planning on doing it again. And I did have a couple of comments, I guess, which to be honest I expected. I have a huge stash which I've accumulated over many years now, and obviously I know to lots of people that don't have stashes it is absolute anathema to them, and I completely get it. It's really difficult hearing people saying some comments like they did, such as, you know, if you hadn't spent all that money on fabric, just think you could have retired now. I really couldn't have retired now, but thank you anyway. And a couple of other comments about the amount of fabric and sustainability and that kind of thing, and I get it, I totally get it, but you know, at the end of the day, we all make choices in our lives, don't we, about what we want to spend our money on, and I like fabric and sewing things, what can I say? However, most of you really appreciated that particular vlog and really enjoyed looking through the fabrics and me deciding which ones I was going to destash. And I made a bit of a pledge, and I have done really, really well, to be honest, because the pledge I sort of made was that I am only going to buy fabrics moving forward that I actually want to, make, that I actually have a project for. So I don't just want to buy fabrics because I like them and have FOMO and think, you know, if I don't get this now, I'm going to regret it. Because there are fabrics that I have in my stash, looking back over the years, particularly when I was a beginner, that I bought fabrics that I weren't sure whether I weren't sure about the fabric base, if that makes sense. I was drawn to the prints and drawn to the design rather than actually the fabric. And looking back now, as much as some of those fabrics I love, I know that I would never wear them made up. So I think that's the way I'm approaching my destash. I'm going through my fabrics bit by bit, and it is going to take some time. And I am destashing the fabrics that I know, even if I love them, that I'm not going to wear them if they're made up, or it might be a colour that I know doesn't suit me anymore. So yeah, that's the way I'm approaching it. And when it comes to fabric buying, I am being a lot more careful. I haven't bought much fabric over the last 6 weeks. I've sold a lot more than I've bought, put it that way. And the fabrics that I have bought have been bought with a specific project in mind, which again is something that I am very keen to make sure that I adhere to moving forward. So the week after I came back from Cornwall, I went to the Sew Down Dewsbury meetup, which was hosted by Ali and Sam, who are Thimbers and Frugalissima on Instagram. And yeah, Ali used to run these meetups occasionally prior to COVID hitting, and then obviously that put paid to lots of social events, and she's recently just restarted it. So it was great that I could actually go, because it was on a day that I wasn't at work, and it was in between the week of my holiday and my operation. So I had the opportunity to go, which was fantastic, and met up with some gorgeous people, lots of people who aren't really on social media but love sewing. And then there was a few people that you will recognise that are really well known, such as Alex Judge, she was there, and the lovely Dawn from Dawn Loves Sewing. I think it's Dawn Loves Sewing. I do follow you, Dawn, on Instagram. I'm so sorry, my head is just brain fog at the minute. So anyway, yes, I went to that, and it was a really lovely day. So we met up in the morning, we spent an hour or two chatting, and then we split into little groups, because I think there was about 20 of us all together. And in Dewsbury, they have the market on a Wednesday and a Saturday that have a few fabric and haberdashery stalls. And then obviously there's Fabworks, and there's also the gorgeous Manjit from Lucky Fashions, who also opens up on a Wednesday and a Saturday as well. And she is the most delightful host you could ever imagine. If you could epitomise the best shopkeeper, then Manjit would fulfill that brief, honestly, because she is just so welcoming, so friendly, so chatty. And yeah, it was lovely to see her again. I've met her a few times. But anyway, I did buy a couple of things while I was there, but I didn't go mad. So I will show you what I got. And everything I bought I have a project in mind for it. So first things first, I did get some fabrics from Manjit at Lucky Fashions. She has got some lovely viscoses in at the minute, and some nice cottons as well. And the first one that I bought was this one, which is like a navy and white sort of tie-dye effect. And I'm showing you scraps here because I've already got this cut out. All of these fabrics have been pre-washed, but I wanted to show you them before I put them away. So yeah, this is, I'm trying to get a bigger piece actually. These are my scraps. Where are we? This looks a bit better to show you. So yes, this is it. It's really pretty, really nice. And it's viscose. It's a nice weight viscose. It's washed really, really well. And I've already got this cut out, and I'm going to make a Zadie by Paper Theory. Now, I have made this pattern twice before in the past, and unfortunately have gained a fair bit of weight, so neither of those Zadies fit me. So I've reprinted the pattern and cut it out in a bigger size. I think I've gone up to a 12 now, 12 or a 14 anyway, I'm not quite sure. And I have cut it out in that, and I think that's going to be really nice because I can wear it in spring, but I can also wear it this time of year as well, you know, with a cardigan on and boots. I think it'll work really well for autumn. So I did want to start working on that last week, but unfortunately I just, as I say, I wasn't up to it at all. So that's still cut out. I did get that cut out, yeah, ages ago, right at the beginning of September, and it's still sat there on my sewing table ready to go. So that was the first one. And then the next one I got is this, which is another viscose. These were all £4 a metre, which is just incredible. So this is a paisley print in these gorgeous pinks and blues. It's so pretty. I normally don't like paisley prints, but I really like this one. So yes, I think it's got a real sort of boho vintagey vibe to it. And the plan with this one is to make another Roscoe dress by True Bias. I've made that before and I love it. It's really nice. I think that's going to be lovely. And again, I think I can get away with this in autumn. Really, really nice. Love that one. I think it's going to look okay against my skin tone. Oh, next up, I bought 2 meters of cotton. This was, I think, £5 or £6 a meter, and it's white with this black sketchy floral print on. Really, really nice. I love this. I love this sort of quite large scale print. I think it's really nice. Yeah, love that. So I got 2 meters of this, and the plan with this is to make another Anthea Anna blouse. I always forget which way around it is. Is it Annie? Is it, or is it an Anna Allen Anthea? Anthea Allen Anna. No, it's the, oh gosh. It's, tell you, I've got brain fog totally. It's the Anna Allen Anthea, isn't it? I'll put it on the bottom, but you know which one I mean. We all get confused about this pattern when we talk about it. Anyway, yes, I'm going to make one of those. One of these patterns I will make. I have made it before. Again, I do need to go up a size because it doesn't fit me, the one I made. But it's got the big poofy sleeves. This is sort of between a cotton lawn and a poplin weight, I think. And it's just going to be really, really nice, I think, in that particular blouse. I think it's a really nice blouse. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to making that. So that's that. And then finally, and this is totally Ali's fault, Ali was wearing a pair of Heyday dungarees by Ways and Wild, and she got them on in this gorgeous fabric, and when I saw it made up, I thought, oh, I need to get that. Yeah, another viscose, and it's this leopard print. It's really lovely. Ali's Heydays are gorgeous in it. I got 3 meters of this again, and again it's going to be another Zadie because I'd like to have a couple of those jumpsuits in my wardrobe that I can wear. I've really missed wearing my Zadies this year. Again, it's just because they just don't fit me at the minute, so I need to go up a size. It's fairly straightforward make, to be honest. So yeah, that's going to be another Zadie. So that's everything that I bought from Lucky Fashions. So I just got the 4 fabrics, 3 viscoses and a cotton, which I don't think is too bad for me, is it? And then we did go to Fabworks as well, and I only bought 1 fabric from there because I do want to make some more trousers just for wearing, you know, say if I go out with Martin, rather than just wearing jeans or meeting up with the girls or whatever. I just think it's nice to have something just apart from jeans, isn't it? And I haven't really got any trousers that fit me at the minute. So I've got this lovely, it's a linen cotton. It's coming up shiny on screen. It's not shiny in real life. It's really matte. But yeah, it's this gorgeous blue linen cotton. Got a bit of a slub effect probably from the linen. I don't know if I bring that closer, you can see it's, as I say, it really is not shiny, although I can appreciate that. I've got pins dropping everywhere at the minute. I can appreciate it's really looking quite shiny on screen. So I bought this to make some wide leg trousers, and I would like to make the Bella Loves Patterns Billy trousers. I have bought that pattern but not made it up yet. It looks a really, really nice trouser pattern to make, and I think this would make a really nice pair of those that I can wear in autumn, and then probably into spring and summer as well. So I've got that. At the minute, as I say, I'm still quite swollen and tender, etc. So it's going to be a longer term project, that, for when I'm back on my feet a bit more. But yeah, that's all I bought in Fabworks. And then the lovely Laura from So Different Patterns was there, and she'd brought some sort of remnants of fabrics that she was offloading, and a few people brought fabrics and patterns for a fabric swap. I completely forgot that that was on the agenda, to be honest, so I didn't take anything, and I felt really bad. But they were sort of like, no, you need to take something away with you. So I chose a couple of scraps of fabric. This is one of them, and this is an Indian handprint fabric that Laura had specially done from one of her projects. So it's beautiful. So I got an offcut of this because there isn't a lot here. There's like literally that square, that's it. But you know, I thought I could probably get a little top for Layla out of that, which would be nice for summer next year. And then the other one I got is this one, which is, I think it is a Lady McElroy print. It's a cotton lawn again, just like the other one. The Indian one that I've just shown you is a cotton lawn as well. It's really pretty in this dusky pink. These colours will work with Layla's colouring so well because she's got that strawberry blonde hair. So yeah, I think that's going to make a nice little top, or even I might even be able to get a little dress out of that. So we'll see. They're going to be put away for next summer in Layla's stash. And then we went on to the market as well, and I didn't get any fabric from the market. I only bought a few little haberdashery bits from the haberdashery stall. Now, there is a haberdashery stall that are selling Gutterman threads, the 100-metre thread spools of the Sew All thread. 3 spools for £1, which is incredible because they're normally about £2.15 each, I think. So I rummaged through and I got 6. I mean, there wasn't a lot of choice when it came to the colours. You know, you had to really just pick from what was there. So I wouldn't make a special trip just to get these, but out of the colours that they did have, I chose 6. So let me just show you what I bought. So I picked these 3, which are all sort of pinky purpley colours. So they were £1 for the 3, and then I picked these 3, which are, this one is like a very pale sort of creamy green, and then we've got blue and like a khaki colour. So yeah, £2 for those, which was amazing. And I also bought some elastic. They had these elastic pieces. I can't remember how much these were actually, but they weren't expensive, and I'm a bit short on black elastic, so got those as well. And then I got some trim. So again, this is for Layla, for something I'm going to make for Layla, but I got this gorgeous daisy trim. I got a yard of that. I think that was £1 for a yard. And then I got 2 yards of this, which I think this was £1.50 per yard. And it's butterflies, because what little girl doesn't like butterflies? I thought these would be nice. Either I can use them individually, appliqued onto a top, or I can use it as a trim around an arm or something. I'm not sure, but anyway, I thought they were too good to miss. I got these 2 little motifs, dragonfly and a shark, because my daughter loves sharks. She's shark mad. These are specifically for the Anna Allen Anthea blouse. I think that's what it's called. So I've got these little black oval sort of shaped buttons, which I thought were really different. Got those for the blouse, and then I got this one again for Layla, just a single button, because I thought if I could knit her a little cardigan with just a little button fastening at the top, that would be nice, wouldn't it? So that's everything I got from Dewsbury, which was great. It was a lovely day out, and then everybody sort of met up afterwards in the pub next to the railway station, and we all had a drink, and some people had lunch, etc., and it was just lovely. It was really nice. Really enjoyed it. A really nice day. So that was Dewsbury. And then moving forward, fast forward to last weekend, those of you that follow me on Instagram will have seen that I went up to Glasgow to the Scottish Frock Tales event. Now I know that the dressmakers ball in Leicester was on exactly the same day, but we had this booked for months and it was an incredible night. We had such a good time. Now I wasn't sure all week last week whether I would be fit enough to go. As I say, I'd paid for it and it'd been booked for quite some time, and then it's just the way with how things fell. All week I was thinking I am not going to be well enough to go, but because it was all paid for, I decided that, you know what, at the end of the day, if I go up, even if I just spend most of the weekend sat in the hotel watching TV, you know, at least I'm away from home and, you know, with the girls and just a little bit of normality. So anyway, I did go up and I massively overdid it, and I've been paying for it for the first half of this week. Yeah, but it was a great weekend. We had such a good time. We drove up on Friday. When I say we, I am talking about Ruan, Tamlin and I drove up on the Friday. We picked up the lovely Lucy, who is Geek Petite as well. It was so good to see her again. And we met up with Agnes and Emma and Steph as well. So it was great to see all of those. And we went out for a lovely meal on the Friday evening to an Italian restaurant, which was lovely. And then on the Saturday, we went to So Confident, which is a indie sewing business in Glasgow. We took taxis everywhere so that I didn't have to walk very far, which was just great. And I spent a little bit in So Confident, but I only bought 2 fabrics, which is amazing. And to be honest, one of them was very, very much a last minute decision. So let me show you what I got from So Confident. So Confident is a gorgeous little shop. I will link to it down below. It's run by the lovely Jenny. I think it's Jenny. And she does workshops and she sells fabric, haberdashery, all that kind of stuff. And they went to the Frock Tales event as well. So because we were going to Frock Tales, we got 10% off, which was amazing. And she was having a sale on a lot of her fabrics as well. She's got lots of the designer fabrics like Liberty, Mind the Maker, Atelier, Brunette, Fabric Godmother, all that kind of thing. And I saw this for Layla and just fell in love. They'd also got it in a blue colourway, but it's a French terry with these lovely, lovely little pairs on. I just think it's so sweet. And this was reduced to £6 a metre. So I got 1.5 metres and thought it would be nice to make a little hoodie for Layla. So I've got that, and I've got the pattern that I'm going to do is a brindle and twig hoodie. I've actually got that out because I might get that cut out later on in the week, possibly at the weekend. But yeah, that's just lovely. And then she had this other fabric as well. Now I wanted to have a feel of the new Fabric Godmother fabrics because they've got a gorgeous new collection out for autumn, and I'm always of the opinion that I want to, if I'm in a shop, for instance, where I know that I'm not going to either ever go back or not go back for a long, long time because of where they're geographically situated, then I like to choose a fabric that I can't get anywhere else. So whilst it was great to have a look at the new Fabric Godmother fabrics that Jenny had in her shop, I didn't actually buy anything from that collection there. But I did see this fabric and we all actually fell in love with it. So she had this on a roll and she said it was a dead stock fabric, and it was just so beautiful. And it's a coating fabric, and it's this gorgeous, it's like a Melton wool, and it's got these beautiful stars on, and some of them are like sort of a bit more blotchy, if that makes sense, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's black and cream, and the pattern that I am going to make this out of is Butterick B6244. I think I'll put it here. It's a waterfall coat, and I've made this pattern before. I've made it probably about 6 or 7 years ago now. I've made it twice. It's an unlined, easy jacket to make. Actually, it doesn't look easy, but it is. It's very simple, and because of the way this cuts, Can you see it's got like a really neat edge? It just means that I will be able to have the sort of waterfall front without having to hem it at all. I think I'm just going to leave that open, and probably we'll just hem the sleeves and maybe hem the bottom. I'm not quite sure yet. What I do want to do with that coat though is I want to put just a little bit of, it's not interfacing, is it? But you know where you do, you know, on like tailoring, where you put, I don't know, is it shoulder pads and the extra little bit of structure that you put in just to give something a little bit more body and longevity. I think I'm going to have a go at that just at the upper part of the jacket and the upper part of the sleeve heads as well, just to give it a bit more strength, I guess, and wearability, so it's going to last a bit longer. So I'm going to look at how to do that, and I'm probably going to line the sleeves as well, because as I say, it is unlined. But I found when I made this before that actually trying to get this type of fabric on over a sleeve is quite awkward. So I think I'm going to line the sleeves at the very least, so that they're with you know, just a slippy lining fabric, probably a cream one, so that it's easy to get on and off. And then I might line just the back as well, and maybe the front bit. I'm not sure. I need to have a look at it. I need to have a look at that pattern and just think a bit about how to do that. But yeah, I thought this was gorgeous, and I haven't seen it anywhere else or anything like it in a wool, and I think that's just going to make the most amazing statement coat that I can wear with boots and with a little belt, etc. I think it'll just look really, really, really nice. So I'm really glad that I bought that. But they are the only two fabrics that I bought from So Confident. And then finally on the Saturday evening was Scottish Frock Tales itself. And originally I had planned to make a new dress for this event, but I just did not have the time before I went on holiday. And then, yeah, time just ran away with me. So I re-wore something that I've worn before, and it was a pattern that I made for the lovely Shan's retreat a couple of years ago that I wore then. And I haven't actually got any pictures of it, but I can go grab it because I've washed it actually, and I'll show you. So just give me a second. Right, so this is it here. It is again, I think it's a Butterick pattern, and it's got like a surplus bodice with elastic casing at the waistband, a little grown on sleeve, and then it's got ruching and a little tie at the top of the sleeve, and it's fully lined with a wrap and a sort of, it's not asymmetric, but the hem goes a bit like that. I will put the pattern picture here so you can have a look. This fabric is a silk jacquard that I got from the Gold Hawk Road, and it's all French seamed and finished with a narrow hem. So I can't try it on to show you because it is still damp, because as I say, it's been washed and it's just drying at the minute. So, but it was beautiful. As I say, I've not worn this since then, and I thought, you know, it's going to be perfect for that, and it's really gorgeous. Really loved it. Loved wearing it again, and with how my body is at the minute, just because I'd just had recent surgery, I thought, you know, it's going to be nice and comfortable as well, which it was lovely to wear. So really, really, you know, really happy that I could wear that again. And yeah, I think along with Rowan and Tamlin, we're going to do a review of what we wore to the Frock Tales event at some point for you anyway. So yeah, I'll talk about that more then, but it was great to fish that out of my wardrobe and re-wear it. At Frock Tales we got a little goodie bag which had all sorts of nice things in, including Haribo, which was just amazing. We got some little labels from the gorgeous Victoria at Little Rosy Cheeks. We've got loads of vouchers, discount vouchers for lots of independent businesses. We got some thread and a seam ripper. I got the gorgeous purple. Ruan was very jealous because she got diarrhea brown, as she's kindly told us. Some little labels. I think I've just mentioned that, haven't I? There's all sorts in here. We also got a, we've got pins, look. Shiny pins. There you go. And we also got one of the little seam gauges, the little wooden seam gauges that Jen from Generates makes. we've got another measuring tape, which is always handy. So yeah, lovely little goodie bag that we got. The night was incredible. We had such a good time. The only thing I found really difficult, apart from it being tiring, was that I couldn't get up and dance because I'm just not fit enough yet to be able to do that. So I had to do chair dancing, which is what took it out of me and took me the early part of this week to recover, to be honest. But it was lovely. We had a really good evening, and yeah, it was just so lovely to see everybody, meet some new people, and see everybody's amazing outfits that they made for the event as well. But yeah, it was fantastic. So yes, I do have a couple of other things to show you, and that is some lovely fabrics I got from Tamlin in her D-stash. I am not counting D-stash fabrics in my fabric purchasing, especially when they're for Layla. Anyway, moving on swiftly. So yeah, Tamlin was D-stashing some gorgeous little jerseys, and I picked this one up from her, which has got sloths on. I hope, have I got them up right way? Have I got them up the right way? No, they're upside down. Always have these upside down, don't we? There we go, look, little sloths. That's so cute. So I can make Layla a little top with that one, and then also this lovely lilac with clouds on, which is just lovely. So yeah, got those from Tamlin as a little extra. And yeah, that's about it really. As I say, I will be continuing with my own D-stash, and it's very much going to be a work in progress. It's a slow process because I don't want to get overwhelmed. Thank you to all of you that bought from me in my last D-stash and sending me messages that you've received your fabrics, and I'm really grateful for you buying them from me and taking them off my hands. There are still a few fabrics available on my Instagram Destash account, which I will put down a link to in the description box below. I will be exclusively selling off my fabrics through my Destash account because I've just found it's just the easiest way for me to do it. So if you're not on Instagram, then get yourself on Instagram. It's where the community is, and there is so much inspiration and love on there. It's incredible. So yeah, look, go get yourselves on there, and as I say, if you are interested in any of my Destash fabrics, then have a look and let me know. I've got my first social sewing day next week as well, which I am really looking forward to. I'm thinking the way I'm sort of improving every day, by the time the day comes around, I think I'll be feeling a lot better, and I'm looking forward to having a day of sewing with lots of lovely sewists as well. That's going to be a really nice day, so looking forward to that. I do still need to think about moving forward sewing plans. Really, I need to go through my wardrobe and do a proper review of it, I think, of what's working for me and what isn't at the minute. And also, you know, because obviously I'm post-op recovery, and it's going to be a few months really before I'm fully back to normal, that I need to be making things that work for me at the moment, and you know, that fit me now. Lots of the things that I'm fitting into are just not seasonally appropriate, such as all my dresses from the summer still fit me, but I can't wear those now because the weather is just not right. So that's going to be, I need to take some time to think about that, I think. But yeah, it's as for plans, etc., that's where I'm at with that. So I don't think I'll be putting a plans vlog out in the interim because I really need to think about what's going to work for me. Top Tip Tuesdays are still happening. I'm so sorry that I've not had one out for a few weeks. You know the reasons why. And also at the minute, it takes a lot to film a Top Tip Tuesday and do all the editing, etc. And I don't feel physically up to it at the moment. So they will be coming back, but just bear with me for now because I know how much you've all been enjoying those. So I think I've taken up your time for long enough, and I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. Fingers crossed I'm not going to be away for too long now. I'm hoping to get another video out at the weekend, and we can get back into regular catch-ups and regular sewing content again. I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And thank you again for joining me today, and I will look forward to being back with you really soon. Take care. Bye.